Hey there, Tiffany Thomas with wealthytiffany.com, and in today's video I want to just give you an overview of the stock market. So this is for beginners that just need an understanding of how the stock market works. And before we dive in, if you guys are ready for financial freedom right now, I want you to comment freedom below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And make sure and like and share this video. And if you guys really are ready for financial freedom, I want you to click the link below this video in the description, because I share with you exactly how I have been able to stop trading time for dollars and make my money work for me instead of me always working for my money. And this is the simplest way I have been able to do that. So click the link below if you're really serious about becoming financially free. Okay, so let me give you an overview of the stock market. Essentially, the stock market allows people like me and you to invest in companies, to actually buy a piece of the company. And it's really convenient because companies, they want to make more money, and if they have investors, then they have more money to put into the company. So when you actually invest in the stock market, you're actually investing in particular companies. And the simplest way to invest in the stock market is to set up a brokerage account. And all that means is it's an account, an online account you can set up and be able to purchase stocks. And you can do that very quickly, very easily. And I like to use Ally Invest. That's who I use for my brokerage company. And so once you have your account set up, then you can start investing in the stock market. And you can't invest in all companies. There's only certain companies that are on the stock market. They've chosen to go public, which just means that the public can invest in that company. So there's private companies that you will not find on the stock market, and then there's public companies that you will find on the stock market. So if you are thinking of investing in a certain company, you just have to make sure that they are actually on the stock market. And you can do a simple Google search for that company, and it will tell you whether or not that company is on the stock market, and you can purchase their stock. So you can just do, a simple Google search of maybe you want to buy Amazon. So you can just type in Amazon stock price into Google, and it will pull up the price that it is selling for on the stock market. And if there's no price, then that company is not available on the stock market. And it could be owned by another company. So when you're doing your search, you might see, one of the search titles, that this company is owned by another company. So you can just, look that way and see if it's actually owned by another company. Then you can invest in the company that owns it. So anyway, once you have your stock account, your brokerage account set up, then you can choose to invest in these companies. And like I said, you can invest in them individually. So you can just purchase one share of stock of one particular company if you want to. So like I said, if you wanted to invest in Amazon, that's one company, and you can just buy one share of that company of Amazon, and then you would own a piece of Amazon. You would actually own a part of that company. And you can also buy more than one share of Amazon or of any company. You could buy 10 shares or 100 shares, how many ever you want. You don't have to buy multiple shares, but you can if you want to. So that is one way to invest in the stock market, is just buying one particular company and buying one share or multiple shares of that company. You can also invest in the stock market in funds. So funds are essentially a group of stocks inside of a fund, inside of a fund that you can purchase. And you can purchase one share of that fund, but you would be buying multiple companies because multiple companies are inside of that fund. For example, there is a total stock market fund, and this includes all of the stocks in the stock market. and you can just buy one share of that fund, but you would own a whole bunch of companies, pieces of different companies. So that's another way to purchase or invest in the stock market, is through funds. And there's different types. I'm not going to go into detail about that because this is just a basic overview of the stock market, but that's just another way to invest in the stock market. And you can also go toward the side of bonds instead of stocks. So you can invest in different types of bonds, and you can also do bond funds. So you can have one bond that you're investing in, or a fund with a whole group of bonds inside of that fund. So this is just a really basic overview for you, but that's essentially how you invest in the stock market. That's how it works. So there's companies that have decided to allow the public, to allow us to invest in their company, and they do that by going public on the stock market. And you can choose to invest in one company or in multiple companies. And you can do that by buying one share or multiple shares of different companies, or you can buy a fund that includes a whole bunch of different companies inside of it. So hopefully this helps a little bit with investing in the stock market. And a lot of people say it's risky to invest in the stock market, but it's risky not to be investing your money because it's not working for you. And that means you're not going to be able to retire or become financially free because you will continue to have to work for your money. You're not investing it, so it's not working for you. And this is a really big difference from putting your money in a savings account versus putting your money in investments in the stock market or other types of investments. But a lot of people think it's safe to put money in savings account. But your savings account, the interest rate on that is so low that it's not even keeping up with inflation. And on average, inflation is about 3%. And I'm willing to bet that your savings account is maybe 1%, if that. It may not even be at 1%. So you're not even keeping up with inflation because it doesn't even add up to that 3%. And if it's just sitting in savings, it's not working for you. It's just sitting there. And that's why it's so important to invest your money. And you don't have to invest in the stock market. There's other avenues. I also love real estate investing. But I just want to emphasize the point that you want to be investing your money if you eventually want to retire or become financially free. And if you're not doing that, it's not going to be possible. So I wanted to just give this really simple overview of the stock market. And I have been very successful with investing in the stock market. That's actually how I purchased my fourth property, was because I had money in the stock market that I cashed out and put that toward my down payment on my property. So if you're investing your money, there's different ways to invest, and you can always switch around your investments to the things that you feel most comfortable with. And if you're not feeling comfortable with the way the stock market is going, you can always switch that over to real estate or some type of other investment. So there's options, but you just have to be familiar with what's out there and just take, small steps toward investing your money. And if you guys are serious about that, I have a link below this video in the description that I want you to click on. Because it shows you how I've been able to invest my money the easiest way possible and get the highest returns. So to get the most money back on the money that I've invested. So make sure and click that link below and you can see exactly how I've been able to do that. And if you liked this video, please like it and share it with someone who needs this information. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.